this is Paul Banis with GreatDad.com, and I'm here with my son Hayden. Today we're talking about the Galaxy Zega, which is a remote control, real life but virtual reality game that is similar to the Anki Drive system, if you've seen that. And we'll talk about some of the comparisons between that system, since that one's kind of been around a little bit longer than this little guy. A couple things. One is they both work on Bluetooth, controlled with an app. We have cars that are kind of similar in their modernistic appeal. This is the Anki Drive. That's a little bit smaller. The Zega is bigger, but it has tank treads.
It has a much longer battery.
It has a longer battery life. We've read reviews online, and Hayden's experience too is that the Anki Drive is about 25-30 minutes. These guys, you think even up to 2 hours of play?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said 2 hours.
Right. Yeah. Another thing is that
it's 2 hours for 1 hour of charging time, so you really get the usage there.
Right, you get a lot of play out of these.
Yeah.
The Anki Drive works on a dot matrix, a really tiny dot matrix track. It comes in modular pieces so that you can create any kind of track you want, but you're limited by those number of pieces. Whereas this guy is free range. It can either be on tracks that you hook together like this, and the track that you can buy comes in like a 4x5 configuration, but can be any kind of
these. You can have as many configurations as you want, pretty much.
Or
you can even build a track out of Lego.
Yeah, it can travel all over. It can go. You can race from one end of the house to the other, all based on the remote control capabilities of this car, whereas the Anki is stuck on its drive.
Yeah, and then also you have other cool parts that you can add, like the X spaces. So when you're putting it together, you have these little square pieces to hold in the X spaces, or just a part like this. The X spaces are really cool because they add another component to the game. Like, they can give your car a special ability for
if you land on it, you can get a special.
Or maybe you can play capture the flag. So.
And make this the home base.
Yeah.
Right. Or have both cars if you only have one X base, because they do cost. Right now they're sold out. They're $34.95. You could have one X base and have both competitors trying to race to the base to be considered the winner. Right.
Then you can take them apart. And there are little magnets right here to connect other of these pieces to other ones. And you also can take this border piece. You can fit them.
You've got these border pieces. You've got swinging gates. You can configure the actual playing surface if you want to use the playing surface, or maybe just use the playing surface for the capture the flag aspect, but it is modular in that way. So let's talk a little bit about the apps, because that's the big thing versus slot cars or any other. I mean, you could take two remote control cars and race them around the house, but both of these products have apps, and the famous thing about the Anki Drive is that it uses artificial intelligence. Therefore, you can play against the app and the artificial intelligence of the other car.
Don't need anyone to be there.
Or you can play
by yourself.
Or you can play with a friend, right?
Yeah, but these ones you have to be with a friend, because artificial intelligence doesn't really track your house.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's both good and it's bad. I mean, these require really something. It's less fun to play with alone, whereas the Anki Drive you can play alone. The Anki Drive cars are always learning, and they're learning the new track, and they're learning how to play on that track. And they also have souped up powers that you can gain as you play along.
Yeah.
These guys do too, right?
Yeah.
So they're different guns and things that you can shoot.
Well, there's always just like the regular firing thing. There's all the regular things. Then you have a special ability, and the longer you play, you gain more levels. And for every level, you gain an ability, or you get more money to buy abilities and upgrade your abilities. So, say I get to level 10, I can unlock another slot for my special ability and an ability. So you can choose out of those abilities which one to equip. It's really complicated, but...
So this is actually something that I find a little bit problematic in a lot of these games. The Anki Drive is the same. Is that Hayden plays the game a lot more than I do. Therefore, his app shows that he has cars that have more abilities than I do. So I start out with the kind of loser car where he's got the souped up Lotus Racer, and I'm starting out with the late model Chevelle or whatever, and you can feel that sometimes in the game. But I think that's more true in the Anki Drive, where I really felt it as a disadvantage than in these cars, where you're at the most basic, you're operating a remote control with the left, right, forward, backward, and you're competing that way. The souped up qualities have a little bit more to the help with the guns than they do with the actual driving.
Yeah, so if you're playing, there's different modes you can play. Like the one that we play most is whoever can kill the other player like 3 times wins the game.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the guns, the fact that you can see them.
Yeah, well, there's this little light here that projects onto another car. And then if it projects onto another car, that's when you know they're hit, which is really cool because you can see the light, which on this one it was kind of just like light pops up right here. But you don't know which direction you're going in. So when you fire here, the light is right here, so it projects light onto the little pad. It's really nice, so you can see it.
Talk a little bit about fun factor. What do you think? Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think has more fun?
I'm not sure. It's really hard because they're both really good. Like this one's more for battling, and this one's more for racing. So.
And Anki is really the leader in artificial intelligence. I mean, they're doing some super things at that company. This one, I don't know. For my money, I find this as a dad playing it intermittently a little bit more fun and easy to use. Now, in terms of pricing, the Anki Drive intro set with 2 cars, $149.95. These guys, that's the price that they launched this at. They're now changed their model, I think, because they realized that you could have the cars without the set. You can buy 2 cars and what goes with that, including the app, for $109.95. Whereas if you want to buy the track system and the not including the bases, but that's $109 for that the track, and then these bases are $34.95. They're actually currently sold out on the website. Okay. So I think that's about it for us. I'm Paul Banis with GreatDad.com and my son Hayden saying until next time, this is the Galaxy Zega tank game.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.